Hi everybody, I'm Neil and welcome back to Cruising for a Boozin' channel. This time we're gonna do a short video on some excursions that we took while we were on our 10-day Alaskan trip on the Ruby Princess. So welcome aboard, and let's go see what fun we can get into.
On select voyages, Princess offers an excursion in Endicott Arm. That little boat will pull alongside the stopped Ruby Princess and board about 200 passengers so that they can take you closer into the Dawes Glacier. Now here we are boarding that boat from the Ruby Princess, and as we do so, it turns and heads away from the Ruby heads back up the Endicott Arm, and we head towards the Dawes Glacier. So we say goodbye to the Ruby for now, and as it pulls away or sails back up Endicott Arm, we are going to get to experience getting very close to the glacier. First, we had to slow down as there was plenty of ice in the water, and as we approached the glacier, of course, we had to get a selfie, and there's the Dawes Glacier, all in its glory and beauty. It was a mildly overcast day, which is a great day to view glaciers because the blues and hues have a tendency to show themselves. We got to see a little bit of calving while we were there. Not a ton, but we did get to enjoy some. So after we spent about 30 minutes in front of the glacier, we headed out the Endicott Arm, and now we are trying to catch back up to the Ruby Princess as it was sailing there for the entrance to the Endicott Arm. As we sailed along on the little boat, we got some beautiful views, of course, and we passed various icebergs in the water, and then we saw some different wildlife. We saw this bald eagle on top of a glacier, and then we caught up to the Ruby and had to outpace the Ruby for a bit, because as we cruised along Endicott Arm, it was going to take us to a waterfall, and then we were treated to a nice close view of this Wedding Cake Falls, as they're called. We got very close to those. This is a falls that's extremely tall, and it was full flowing while we were there. So after we left the Wedding Cake Falls, we got back on board the Ruby Princess and then set sail for Juneau. We arrived at the South Franklin Cruise dock, boarded our excursion bus, and headed to a salmon bake. Now, we've been to Juneau many times, talked about going to this salmon bake to experience it. It's set up to handle large groups of people from the different cruise ships, and there's quite a bit of seating. It's a buffet style. It was actually drizzly for a little while, but actually turned out quite nice. And then if you walk down this path, you're treated to beautiful falls in the back. After leaving the falls in Juneau and the salmon bake, we headed to Ketchikan. There we picked up a tour called Sourdough Tours Company. This was supposed to be a wildlife adventure tour. We first stopped at that little building where the bus was on the opposite side of Ketchikan, and then drove back through town to the far side of Ketchikan, and stopped and saw these eagles flying around. Now, this was supposed to be a wildlife tour. Now, there is no guarantee of different wildlife sightings. However, the only thing we did see this day was the eagles. Then after that, it took us to a totem park, and after the totem park, that completed the tour. We were a bit snacky hungry, so we stopped and got some jellyfish donuts. And that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. I know we did.
Cruising for a boozin', we're shaking up fun. From the tiki bar to the pool deck, we're second to none.